Now I've been seeing reports from outlets saying Real Madrid want to sack Ancelotti, and they're planning on bringing Alonso in next season. And I'm seeing some Madrid fans also saying they want Ancelotti out for Alonso next season. So it looks like generally everyone involved in Madrid wants Ancelotti out for Alonso. But you guys need to think about this. Currently, what is Ancelotti doing that is terrible? Like, let's think about it. Because personally, I feel like Ancelotti is getting the most out of the players with the way he's making them play, the way he's setting them up. And I also feel like there's pressure from above, to make him play a certain way and to make him like involve certain players in the team. Why am I saying this? Um, Generally, I don't think Ancelotti wants to play Rodrigo, Bellingham, um, Mbappe, and Vinicius all in the same team. I feel like he want more balance in the midfield, but he can't really bench Rodrigo because Rodrigo has a lot of potential. He can't really bench one of your star players, especially when he's very capable in the Champions League. He really performs there. He really delivers a lot of good results there. So you can't really bench him, and benching him for the team's good will also kind of reduce his market value. So even if you want to sell him later on, people don't really get a lot of profit from him. So you have to still field him, and fielding him brings a lot of imbalance to the team. And you don't really get the best out of Bellingham like we saw last season when he was playing in the false nine, where he was giving a lot of results. So you think about that, and because Ancelotti doesn't play a 4-4-2 with Real Madrid. We all know how he was playing last season that got the results. So why has he changed to the 4-4-2 now? It's to incorporate Rodrigo, or 4-3-3, the same thing basically. So that's also there. And you think about Madrid's recruitment strategies, for the past few years, Madrid like to go for big players. They don't really invest in the places where they need, because if they do, they would have invested in their defense a long time ago. Because we all know Madrid don't really use the academy. But then this season with Militao and Alaba out for long term, they had to resort to the academy and bring in Raul Asensio, which they don't really do. They like to buy players who are already like established and put them in the team. But then they had to do that, and for the past few seasons they've brought in Bellingham, who was expensive, like 100 million or so. Mbappe, who wasn't really like, they didn't pay anything for a transfer fee, but then signing bonus and wages were also very expensive. And you look at the fact that they also brought in Chouameni a few years ago and all that. They don't really invest where they need recruitment in like that. They normally go for big names. For example, if they were really going to invest in places that they needed recruitment in, they would have replaced Tony Cruz, because Tony Cruz's his importance to the team was already known. Everyone knew that he's very important. So everyone knew they would need replacement for him. But what did they do? They went for only Mbappe over the summer instead of replacing Tony Cruz or even getting new defenders. Because even if Alaba and Militao didn't get injured, that defense was still trash in my opinion. Like, it's not a defense that can compete continuously for titles. Maybe last season they had a good run, but then this season, with the way most teams kind of improved their squad and were looking to compete, Real Madrid should have also done same in recruiting players for the defense, a replacement for Cruz and all that. But they didn't. They only bought Mbappe. And don't tell me they don't have money, because they do have money. Real Madrid have normally been recording the highest profits out of most of the clubs, like yearly. So they have money to buy players. If maybe they can't spend 100 million constantly, at least they can get a good defender, because there are plenty good defenders out there that will not go for 100 million. They go for maybe 40, 30 million. They have money to spend on that. So why didn't they do that? Because that's not how they normally recruit. They normally, like, actually since Ancelotti came, they just give him players that they want, and he has to find a way to make it all work. That is the Real Madrid way. But then if Alonso comes inside the team, he needs more than that. He needs new players to incorporate his style of play, and that will see some players also going out of the team. So when he comes into the team, he will need new players. If he's going to incorporate the style of play he was playing in Leverkusen, then he will need wing backs. You need wing backs. You need good defenders to be able to play that three-man back line. a lot of good players. Real Madrid don't have that currently, so they will need to invest in the squad. And do you think Perez will want to invest that kind of money? Because that will be a total change in that squad. Like, they need two attacking midfielders too. They need a lot of players, and I don't think they'll want to play Brahim Diaz. I think they'll want to, I think they want to have their own, like natural attacking midfield that someone can create chances and all that. I don't think Brahim Diaz is that person. So either Alonso changes his tactics when it comes to Real Madrid and tries to adapt to the players that he has there currently, or they give him players that he needs. But from the way Madrid is, it's very likely that he will have to adapt to the players they have, because from the way he plays, Vinicius might not really, I don't know if they're going to play him in wing back, which is very unlikely. So he will have to adapt to the players that he has there. That might not really work out for him because that is not his philosophy. That's not how he plays. So that might also be another bad decision for Real Madrid. So why not keep the coach that is actually overperforming with this current crop of players? Because not every coach can get the results he's getting right now with these players, and everyone who has a brain should see it. Even though we all like to troll them and we laugh at them, as now destroy them and all that. But then everyone with a brain should see that this guy actually overperforming with these players, because some of them are lazy, arrogant, their ego is always getting the best out of them, and it's just he's really doing a lot, and his man management skill is it's top notch, to be honest, because to be able to have Mbappe and Vinicius play alongside each other and to be able to get them scoring goals, assisting each other, it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. So you have to really give him credit for the way he's able to manage players' egos and all that and get them working together. So I don't think it's his fault. If I would like to see how Real Madrid perform with Alonso in, I would like to see if they get him players, or they force him to adapt to the players that they have. Let's see what happens. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.